still getting situated. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Here we are. Hi.
Hello.
We're going to go right into it. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Fairly Grounded Podcast, where unfiltered thoughts meet grounded takes. I'm your co-host, Farron.
And I'm Marissa. This is a space where we talk it out so you don't spiral alone.
It's not it. You did. It's not therapy,
but it helps.
That was good. You did it without the script.
I did.
I'm so proud of
ready.
you. You were ready.
You were like, here, just in case. I appreciate you having my back.
Before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh my God, we almost forgot that.
I did almost forget that shit. We need that. And hit the notification freaking button.
Please.
Please.
And we're not above any pity likes, pity subscribes, pity shares. Be annoying in the group chat. You know, keep in mind, this podcast is great for a good car ride while you're stuck in traffic. It's great for any kind of leisure activity.
While you're on the treadmill. While you're in the sauna.
It's not necessarily ASMR because we are a little loud and slightly obnoxious at times.
Yeah.
But it's entertaining.
Apparently, I have an ugly laugh.
It's not that it's ugly.
Anyway,
it's just
it's
intrusive.
Don't walk it back. I'm fine with it. I don't give a damn. I never gave a damn. Never gave a fuck.
Never gave a damn.
Little cool.
Never gave a fuck. Never gave a damn.
Little cool.
Never gave a fuck.
Little cool.
Not the little cool.
That is the song that I was singing, and you turned it into an opera.
I didn't know.
Never gave a damn.
Never gave a fuck. Hey.
That's
Oh, that was a good song.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? 2008?
Girl.
Oh, no.
You asking me to remember years of songs?
Never gave a damn, never gave
I'm glad I remember the lyrics.
Never gave a damn, never gave a fuck. Nah. Yeah, see, this is not ASMR. No.
Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Speaking of, let's talk about the beef.
Who?
The beef.
Oh,
that is currently happening, this rap beef, girl. They're beefing, and I'm loving it. And first of all, forever, I love Atlanta.
Real quick, we're going to do like a smaller, shorter episode on just pop culture and trends. That's today's topic.
Yeah, because we just felt like we wanted to touch on
some things to talk about.
There's a lot happening.
Okay, so I don't know what this beef is about.
Okay, let me break it down.
Break it in.
Because I know what happened.
So what's this about?
See, what happened was a while ago, T.I. and 50, they was cool. And they had a conversation about having them verses. And T.I. was like, hey, I think this would be really cool if, you're the king of New York, I'm the king of the South. Let's do like a verses or whatever. Like, whatever. I don't know if you call him king of New York or no shit like that.
I was like, isn't that
I feel like that's Jay-Z.
Is that Jay-Z?
Fuck if I know. Don't quote me if I don't know who the fuck the king of New York is. I'm from Atlanta. Okay? I don't know. But all I know is they had this discussion, right? And they were going to be like, they were going to do like a verses, and 50 had agreed to it. So then when time come for them to do it, 50 was like, I'm not finna do it because I don't rap no more, fuck all that, blah, 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 blah. And T.I. was like,
that's fair.
Okay, no, it was how he did it.
Oh.
Like, it was real disrespectful, like real disrespectful. But T.I. was just like, okay, cool, whatever, fine. And he was like, I just don't want to work with you anymore because you're not a man of your word, but that's cool, right? And left it at that. Like, T.I. didn't do no shade. Like, you ain't got to do it. He ain't trying to force nobody to do it. You know how we do with leisure.
He's a very calm man.
Right. Real laid back. And don't do tip like that. So
very down to earth.
He was cool. And then 50 wanted to come and, like, be ignorant on the internet and post memes and stuff. And so it got out of hand because he posted Tiny in an unflattering picture. Like, it was not a flattering picture, but Tiny is so unproblematic. You need to leave Tamika alone. Tamika don't be doing shit to nobody. She don't bother nobody. She's so damn sweet.
She is one of the most lovely.
I remember one time when I was little, I ran into her at JCPenney outlet, and she was the sweetest lady to me. Like, oh my God. Like, leave Tamika the fuck alone, okay? And so 50 thought it was funny. Motherfuckers don't think it's funny because what his wife had to do with anything, first of all, what did T.I.'s what? Like, keep it between men. Like, be a man, keep it between you two. He did not. He brought wives into it, and that wife happens to be somebody's mama. and somebody's bonus mama. And her children did not take kindly to her being taunted for doing nothing to anyone. So her children got in the beef. Okay. So then it was King. King was like, so we took, you want to talk about mamas? Like he was all, white chicks and was like, so we talking about mamas? Dig your mama the fuck up.
I remember when King was born. Such a beautiful baby.
We're not gonna go there. But I love King, and King is a straight up Virgo, and he gives no fucks, Bookie. And so he was like, "Dig your dead mama up," since we talking about how mamas look. And then he was like, okay, we're going to keep going. Because then 50 decided again with the memes. And he posted like that little frog meme with the big lips and was calling King like an albino child and all this shit. And posting ugly ass pictures of T.I. and like whatever. It was dumb. And then I think Tina got in it. Tina knows. She didn't even get in it. She wasn't even in it. It was just her supporting Tiny and being supportive of Tamika because Tamika don't do nothing to nobody. So she
Nobody.
posted something, just in support of Tamika. And 50 took it upon himself to be like, it's grandmamas and albino children trolling and shit. So King made a diss track. T.I. made a diss track. He made 4 to be total that I know of now. I don't know how many has happened since then, but he made 4. It didn't happen like that. Like they came out in different, orders,
Mhm.
but he ended up making total of 4 diss tracks. King made a diss track and wore 50 Cent Mama on a t-shirt. Shit was funny as fuck. He put a mama on a t-shirt.
Is his mother still alive?
No, that's the thing. And then Damani got in it. And you don't want, that's the silent child. Like you never want the silent ones to come. Them does, and everybody know that Damani is a lyrical, and that boy is like Andre 3000 and J. Cole mixed together. Like the boy got skills. Like, oh my God. He get on there and he writes a 21 question diss to 50 Mama. And the album cover is 50, the house that 50 Mama burnt up in.
How did she pass?
I think that's how she passed.
In a fire?
I'm pretty sure. And he kept talking about Firebug and like talking about her and how, he talked about how 50 tried to get his own child knocked off. Like it's the money demolished. Okay. Then Buddy Red done got in it. So Messiah done got in it. Messiah gets on the guitar with his Lenny Kravitz T.I. giving self and just like basically writes a Quentin Tarantino ending song to a movie that is basically a eulogy for 50. They then find an old recording of Eris where she was like doing the Lion King and she was like, don't talk about my mama, don't mess with my mama. And like Eris' little cute voice dissing. Somebody say Major done wrote a little dissertation. I'm talking about the entire Harris family came out the woodwork. And the craziest part is that Tiny ain't even Damani mom. That's his bonus mom. That's how hard they go for her.
Well, um, from personal experience, I have known Tamika since I was a little girl. Um, they are very close to my family. I have nothing negative to say about anybody, especially them. So unproblematic. She is actually a very lovely human being, and it's a lovely thing. So I'm sorry, but I hate to hear that. I hate to hear any negative controversy about them because, my experience around them and have seen them grow as a family, it's beautiful. Curtis.
It ain't no shade to Curtis, but Curtis is a troll.
I think Curtis is really feeling, and I am truly a fan of Curtis. I had the biggest crush on Curtis ever since, oh my God. I think he's one of the most beautiful men on the planet. I know. Don't come for me. I do. But I think that ever since the Puff stuff came out, he's been on even more of an ego trip, not because of his art, but because of the businessman that he's become, even more so. He's been able to dominate so many aspects of different industries, and this is just another one that he can add to his belt. So I think the ego is just a little more inflated than usual, and it's almost to the point where it is in delusion and euphoria.
Yeah, well, he's
Where
a Cancer, so
he can say anything. He is, yeah, he's a Cancer. He feels like he's invincible at this point, probably more than he was when he was like an artist and like, what was it, vitamin water, all that kind of stuff. He's able to go from art all the way to international documentaries that have pulled numbers more than any other box office in the past, what, 4 or 5 years? Something like that. Don't quote me on the statistics. I saw that on like a random blog. Can't verify it. Okay. So, in other words, he needs to be humbled.
That part, and he's met his match because King and the Money ain't the ones. And T.I. is definitely in tip mode. Like, this is not T.I., this is Tip. So
I love that he's coming back though.
I love it all. I love everything because first of all, he called the millennials outside. We finna be outside for spring. Fuck summer. Everybody talking about summer 2026. Damn that. Well, this is Atlanta, baby. We turn up in it as soon as it get hot. Okay, we finna be outside, and I feel it.
We've been
Ain't no
outside for about
shade
3
to
weeks
Curtis,
now.
and Curtis has some like he did some stuff. He's supposed to be making like I guess a documentary, but my thing is just like
He'd love a good docu.
he love a good doc, but that's not what was asked of you. And it really just wasn't necessary to do all this over a verses. There was no shade from T.I. and
Well,
them.
when you're moving in that space of delusional euphoria that
Yeah.
he is in at the moment, because he's getting so much credibility and the money's coming in and the validation that he's getting that exceeds any of his expectations. He's basically in a whole, he's drugged up.
Well, 50. I think you fuck with the wrong family this time. I really do. I don't care what documentary comes out. I don't care what it was classier the way they handled it. T.I. has wealth. And I don't mean financial wealth. I mean, he has wealth because he was able to make a diss track and a video with his entire family sitting at the table with him, including his mother. That's wealth.
We love family bonding.
We love a good solid family, and they're blended and blessed up in there. That's what I'm saying to you. That's how you know Tiny is what kind of woman she is. I am a stepmother, okay? I started off as a stepmother. I started off as a bonus mom. My oldest child from me being a stepmom is 21, but then I have a 19-year-old. But anyway, the point is it take a special kind of individual to be a bonus mother, to love somebody else's child. And when that child goes to bat for you in the way that Damani and is going hard for her, and Messiah is not her child either. So like the way they're both standing up and saying, "Hey, don't come over here with it." Like, and Damani is always very respectful. That he will say that's his, his bonus mama. That's not his mom. But my thing is, that shows what kind of woman she is, to love another person's child to the point where they're like, we don't play about her. Like, this is one band, one sound in this motherfucker. That says a lot about Tamika for real. And that's why I'm saying, like, I already know she's a beautiful spirit. I've seen her in concert. I've seen her in passing. This is a small, Georgia ain't that big. You run into folk. So, but there's other stuff going on. Who else is in the news? I had my little moment.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I didn't really know what was going on. I mean, I know from what you were saying, but I haven't really dove deep in anything like that.
I got really excited because it was Atlanta.
From what I'm saying, again, I have tremendous respect for Curtis. Like I know him for Curtis.
For Curtis. Well, we're like using it for
Cliff.
I didn't say Clifford. Like I said Tamika, but I didn't say Clifford.
I have a tremendous respect for Curtis. I think now if he keeps pushing it this way, it's going to be one note and people get tired of one note. We need a melody. Anywho, next, Timothée Chalamet. Okay, so a couple of days ago, he was on an interview with your favorite Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew.
Love you. And I know you don't like no Timothée Chalamet.
I do. No, I don't like no Timothée. I thought you was about saying like him.
But, Timothée, I must call him Tim. Timothée
Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet.
You remember the Key and Peele? Timothée. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Aaron. D Nice.
Hessica. Timothée Chalamet. Anyway, Tim. So Tim, bless his whole heart, he went on some like interview podcast with Matthew McConaughey and basically was bad mouthing and bad talking randomly about ballet and opera culture and the art form, and how he said it was a dying art form, and how nobody basically patronizes it. Now I'm paraphrasing, how nobody patronizes it anymore, how it's not relevant into today's society. And people like Doja Cat, Atlanta Ballet, Boston Ballet, a lot of major ballet companies, New York City Ballet, and I want to say maybe the Met but don't quote me, have all made commentary on it. And he is getting so much backlash from this traditional played out old school art form that his Oscar nomination is being reconsidered.
Damn.
Now, what I find interesting about this is like, yes, we know he has, first of all, he's young.
You can't speak on shit you don't know about, my boy.
Well, here's the thing, he does. And that's what's upsetting. He is a theater kid, right? He went to what, like, was it LaGuardia? I want to say it was LaGuardia.
If you went to LaGuardia or Tim, I'm gonna whoop you
His
need belt to
mother
ass
his mother
immediately.
was a professional ballet dancer and danced on Broadway, and his sister is a
Yeah.
ballet dancer.
I can't make no
He knows
excuses.
very good and well
He need belt to
about
ass.
opera and ballet. He knows it. He just chooses it. And that's not the first time he's ever said something negative about those particular art forms. He's said it in years past in other interviews and has pretty much said it was a dying art form and that acting is the best. But what he fails to acknowledge and what everybody else realizes, anybody with some integrity and culture and class, is that acting comes from opera. And one of the first forms of entertainment was not theater acting, it was musical theater based on the Roman domes. So, because they didn't have microphones during, the old times, they had to project all of their words outward into the stage because the stage back then it was a round center stage, and then it had like an amplifier of seats going up. Speaking flat would not travel, but music travels. And that is why this is before Commedia dell'arte. That is why opera is the basis and the first form of theater acting in a huge public setting because they had to sing the words. Opera, they had to sing the words so that people in the theaters could hear because a thousand years ago, they did not have microphones. So acting comes from opera. And for you to say that it's not relevant and for you to say that it's a dying art form, it is the art form. It is mother.
But to even say that, you gave facts on facts on facts. I'm gonna go a step further and say to dance is to act. To sing is you're acting that song
Mhm.
out. So to sit there and act like all of those things, like it's not in that. To tell a story with your body without using words,
Mhm.
that's acting, my boy. Like to be able to get that story across for the Nutcracker to make sense without a lick of damn anything said, and you understand the story, that's acting. What are we talking about, Tim?
And to add another layer to humble the ego just slightly, pretty much anyone can act. You can teach a skill set of acting, and you can even make it in Hollywood if you know the right people, Timothy. And you can make it in Hollywood if you have, of course, the right connections and the basic skill set, Timothy. But you cannot make it as a ballet dancer if you don't have the body. You can't make it as an opera singer if you don't have the voice and the diaphragm.
Anybody can act, baby, like a chimpanzee be like,
Anybody
I'm
can
not saying
do,
they can do that. They
yeah,
can be put on a
but you
screen and do
can't
you can't
do
like I'm not
ballet
saying I'm
and
not gonna
opera.
I am an actor, so I won't take away from the fact that it takes skill and you gotta have something, but at the same time, the way that the industry is set up, be fucking for real.
I mean,
Anybody can damn
I've,
act.
and
Everybody can't sing. Everybody can't fucking dance. Everybody doesn't have rhythm. Let's be damn real. These reality stars are damn acting.
you know what I
Rappers are
think?
acting. Be fucking for real.
You know what I think it is with him and the reason why he has some kind of resentment, and I'm gonna be full honest, and this is just an observation and being empathetic to the situation. I have seen clips of him from his like high school performances doing musicals, and of course the Willy Wonka performance. He's not a good dancer. He's a mover, but he's not a dancer, and he's also not a singer. He can carry a tune, but he doesn't sing. His parents or his mother and his sister have actual physical talent. He has acting talent. There might be some kind of resentment and jealousy that he is not a true triple threat. So you have to put all of your
I'm not a
energy.
triple threat, but ain't no shade to
Well,
the
he's
crap
throwing
that I
shade.
can't do.
He's throwing
Like
shade
I can't
because
sing to save my life. You know I sing solo in this mother.
solo you can.
Solo, you can't hear me. That's not my skill set.
But
God knew I couldn't have all that
but
power.
when you're dealing with someone with ego like that and needs that validation from himself and from others
There's
to
no
say,
word
"Oh,
again.
opera and dance, ballet, that's nothing. Oh, you should try acting." I guarantee you they all have and they all do.
It's not a dying art.
It's not a dying art. I mean, it's
That was
so
just shady to say,
it's just
Tim.
shady
I'm
and
sad. I
ignorant.
love you, but that hurt my
It's
feelings.
and it was actually
As
my
a fucking classically trained dancer, by the way. I am a ballerina. We're both ballerina. Point. You know how many toes I've sacrificed in this mother man, that hurt my feelings.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
I can't
mm-mm.
sing, but she can. She can sing.
I
To,
trained at the Atlanta Ballet for
so
many, many years.
I trained at Marietta Ballet.
Oh yeah, Marietta Ballet. They're not there anymore, are they?
No, they just changed their name.
Was it Georgia? Georgia State
I
Ballet?
think it's Georgia something.
Georgia
Yeah.
Ballet, I think so. Um, yeah, so Timothy, I think overall that statement was triggering, but I also think that statement was actually very ghetto and ignorant.
I can't. I'm sorry,
We need to
sir.
do better. We
You
need to
gotta
do
do
better.
better. Yeah,
We
we
need
gotta
to
do
do
better with
better.
what we say.
Be mindful of what you say because there are adults out here that will hold you accountable.
That part.
Children are gonna be like, haha, that's so kind of adults, like real mature adults, your age and older, will hold you accountable.
Well, we're at 20,
Okay.
so we can
A little
come
wrap up.
back.
But those are just a little we wanted to do like a little fun something something. We'll probably post this within the week of one of our episodes. Probably like what is today? Today is March 11th, so we'll probably post it probably tomorrow,
Yeah.
March 12th. All right. Have a good one. Oh, outro.
Yeah.
Do you
Do
want me to do
that.
it? Do you want me to do it?
You do it.
Okay. Hold on. I'm still gonna get it together. Watch. Okay.
You got this.
Mhm. Thanks for hanging with us. Take what you need, leave what you don't, and remember, you don't have to spiral alone. It's not therapy.
But it helps.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Bye, y'all. Oh, my arms look good. Oh, God, no.